6-yard line.
Play fake, Darnold. This gets forward to around the 29. Marcus Epps making the play.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, they need 7. From the gun, Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Throwing on first, here's Darnold. Finding Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Completed to his running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And again, it's Darnold. He'll step up, and there he goes. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And he's able to take this ahead, and from the fumble partner, they wind up with a 1st and goal. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he won't get in. The dayline was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop them.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Tank Bigsby here with the return. Jukes away from one.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. They're on the 23-yard
line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. With Saquon Barkley. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's going for it himself. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
The give here on second. Continuing to move past the 45. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Now Darnold off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Here he is on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. With a quick pass out wide. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He brings it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. They'll go play action. On him quick, and they bring it down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Heads out on the bootleg. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dump off caught by his back. And he's bottled up at the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Myers now to handle the kickoff. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Finds Barkley underneath. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
So what do we like it? I could point it down so much that's around. But that's how the
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Hurts throwing again. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And the Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. On first down, Hurts falls to the ground out left, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Hurts setting up to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Hurts now on 4th. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's out of bounds a mile from that marker. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Design quarterback run here. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Shipley now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. On the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. He's got Brown on the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he has this down to the 34. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hurts yet again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They send a receiver in motion right. It's Hurts once again. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and
9. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes George Halani. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. This gets forward to around the 29. John Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
Pete, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Hits a seam at the 40, and he gets it forward to the 46-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. They started to get through the lane before it cloosed. 3 yards there. Knocked down by Jahan Campbell.
That's That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Line up the design keeper. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
1st down throwing for Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. Hits the 40. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Barkley off the pistol gig. Runs inside the 35. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Saquon Barkley the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Halani on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Seahawks offense running out now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here's the one back on the handoff. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play fake, Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They get 22 out of that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here on 1st down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back-to-back carries here. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
The Eagles into the nickel. Third down coming. Throw here. Third down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And second down only works out for a yard. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. It's caught, Barner. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And motion a tight end left. On second down, a run with Charbonnet. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
He's back to throw. That one connects. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Back to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got it. It's in close. He gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut it to a point late in this one. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Halani on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And we'll see how aggressive they get to try and end this game in regulation, or if overtime is on the horizon. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First plays the design run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw it. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's first and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Nearing the last half minute of play. Now 2nd and 10. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He puts together a nice little 8-yard gain, but it's not enough. They've got 4th down.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run. Momentum changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This is a chip shot from the left hash. That one is good! And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They've won it! So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.